Hello, I'm Justin Hill, prize-winning author and creator of Worlds of Words, and welcome to Advent 2023, where I'm talking about my books and what I've learned from them as I approach 20 books published. And today I am going to look at the first of the Hastings trilogy, which is Shieldwall. Shieldwall came out 2009-ish, I'm guessing, and it's the first of a series of books that tell the 50 years before the Battle of Hastings. And when I had the idea to write a book about the Battle of Hastings, I realized you couldn't tell the story of what happened in 1066 without telling what happens in 1016, which is the Danish conquest of England, which no one's ever heard about. So that's the story told in Shieldwall. It's about the kind of end of Anglo-Saxon England, and the end of Alfred's kind of line of descent, and that England that he set up, which kind of falls apart under the reign of Ethelred the Unready. When I started this, I kind of saw this as a magnus opus, and Shieldwall took me 5 years to write, which is perhaps why it's here today, because writing a historical novel, I'd written Passing into Heaven already, but there was a fairly limited amount of information I could get about Tang Dynasty China. With Anglo-Saxon England, there was a wealth of information, and I found myself trying to describe scenes where characters would walk into a hall or a room, and what would be on the table. Like, what are the kind of little things that can be lying around, and what did they pick up? And if you go to a museum, it's always kind of combs or bits of metal, and those are just things that survive. So I went down the kind of rabbit hole of archaeological reports. I remember one where they excavated a fireplace, and they learnt that, or deduced that, rye straw was different to wheat straw, and one was used as kindling, one was used perhaps as fuel. And I think I got that reference in very obliquely, something I will notice, but no one else will, because it's got to be sort of, the problem with historical fiction is it's a story, and it can't be kind of treatise of things you've learned about the Anglo-Saxon age, which is the danger, and you learn so much more than you can ever put in. So Shieldwall I loved because the opening was a bit like drinking in a tea house. Christ did not come again that year. The Lord kept to his churches in the pages of his book, and Wulfnoth sat in his half-timbered hall while the what? Let me see. Watching rain drip down from the roof thatch, puddling on the floor while the peat fire smoked. So 5 years. And I thought, I cannot do this again. It's, I'll get to, I'll die having only published another 6 books. So that just gave me a lot of kind of personal challenges about how, if I wanted to be a writer, I wanted to keep writing, I wanted to make a living out of writing and get books published, then I really had to speed up. And that brings me to tomorrow's book, which is where I had to speed up, and where I learned to speed up. And I lost that fear of kind of writing a book quickly. But that's for the next installment.